we have a Wi-Fi issue.
Can we do it from my phone?
I'm doing it right now.
Okay, thank you. Do you need the link or do you have it, Steve?
Okay.
Whenever you're ready.
Okay. Good evening, everyone. I'd like to call this meeting to order. Welcome to the Voorhees Township Committee meeting of August 14th, 2023. Please rise and join me in the salute to the flag. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. May we have a roll call, please?
Mrs. Beckler? Yes. Mrs. Cito? Yes. Mr. Ravitz? Here. Mayor Noda?
Here.
This meeting is being held in accordance with the requirements of the Open Public Meetings Act. Due notice this meeting has been published by the clerk, both the Courier Post and required newspapers, as well as electronic notice as required by law. Also, a copy of the annual meeting notice has been posted on the bulletin board outside the Township Clerk's office.
Thank you. Our first matter this evening is the second reading of an ordinance designating stop intersections and authorizing the erection of stop signs at certain intersections in accordance with NJSA 39:4-197. This is the second reading of an ordinance. If anyone from the public has a comment on this ordinance, please come forward.
Seeing no one, move to close public portion.
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Public portion for that ordinance is closed. Is there a motion?
Motion.
Second.
I have a motion and a second. Any discussion? Hearing none, may we have a roll call vote, please?
Mrs. Beckler?
Yes.
Mr. Ravitz? Mr. Ravitz?
Jason.
Ms. Nocito?
Yes.
Mayor Noda?
Yes, so carried. Our next matter is the first reading of an ordinance authorizing and ratifying the use of third-party electronic payroll services. Do I have a motion on the first reading of that ordinance?
Motion. Second.
Motion and a second. Any discussion? Hearing none of those in favor, please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? So carried. Our next section is our public portion for resolutions only. If anyone from the public has any comments on any of our resolutions this evening, please come forward.
Seeing no one, move to close public portion.
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Public portion for resolutions is closed. Our resolutions this evening are number 229-23, memorializing an executive session from the meeting of July 24, 2023. Resolution number 230-23, amending certain records of the tax collector. Number 231-23, amending certain records of the tax assessor. Number 232-23, authorizing the award of a contract under a cooperative pricing agreement with Sourcewell for the purchase of a rear load trash truck under contract number 091219-THC from Mid-Atlantic Waste Systems. Resolution number 233-23, authorizing the award of a contract under a cooperative pricing agreement with ESCNJ for the purchase of a Tarco leaf loader under contract 65MCES CCPS from Cherry Valley Tractor Sales. Number 234-23, authorizing the sewer construction fee agreement between the Township of Voorhees and Brandywine Main Street, LLC, Brandywine Plaza 1000, LLC. Resolution number 235-23, authorizing change order number 1, final to Charles Marandino, LLC, for the Echelon Road Pedestrian Improvement Project in the amount of $8,724.82 increase. Resolution number decrease. Resolution number 236-23, authorizing change order number 1 to Level 1 Construction, Inc. for the Rural Avenue, Woodcrest, and Lawnside Pump Station Improvements Project in the amount of $2,270 increase. Resolution number 237-23, approving maintenance bond number S-330440M and bond number S-330440-M1 for the Echelon Road Pedestrian Improvements Project submitted by Charles Marandino, LLC. Resolution number 238-23, authorizing a memorandum of understanding update for the New Jersey Office of Emergency Management for FEMA grants. Resolution number 239-23, authorizing execution of a contract for complete reevaluation of all real properties between the Township of Voorhees and Professional Property Appraisers, Inc. Number 240-23, approving a request for a fireworks display to Temple Beth Shalom to be held at Kelman Academy. Number 241-23, authorizing the tax collector to lien property for maintenance expenses. Number 242-23, accepting a performance guarantee from Kemer Buddhist Humanitarian Association, Block 262, Lot 6. Resolution number 243-23, approving an amendment to the employment agreement with Police Chief Louis Bordy. Number 244-23, appointing Alex Ubite of Rodizio Grill to the Business Improvement District to fill the unexpired term of Tony Marziano. Number 245-23, appointing Colin Mann to the position of Building Inspector in the Voorhees Township Building Department. Number 246-23, appointing Peter Carbone to the temporary position of Construction Official in the Voorhees Township Building Department. Resolution number 247-23, accepting the resignation of part-time emergency medical technician Sarah Summers from the Voorhees Township Fire Department. And resolution number 248-23, authorizing Stephen Steglick to hire temporary employees. Do I have a motion on those resolutions?
Motion. Second.
Motion and a second. Any discussion? Hearing none of those in favor, please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? So carried. Next section is approval of our minutes from July 24th, 2023, our registrar's report of June 2023, our tax collector's report of June 2023, our tax collector's report of July 2023, and approval of payment of bills for August 14th, 2023. Do I have a motion for approval of those?
Motion.
Second.
Motion and a second. Any discussion? Hearing none of those in favor, please signify by saying aye. Aye. Opposed? So carried. Next is comments from committee. I just want to remind everybody that our next show in our summer series is this coming Thursday, August 17th, featuring Asbury Fever, a tribute to Bruce Springsteen. The beer garden and food trucks open at 6:30. The show is at 7:30. Any other comments from our committee this evening?
Yes, for that, Mayor, for the summer concert series on August 17th, please do arrive early. The town is actually giving away sapling trees for residents to plant at their own properties. We have 50 trees and they are first come, first served, so we would love to give you all trees. Also a reminder that September 23rd is Wolfstock, and I'm jumping a bit, but I'm going to do a reminder every meeting until then. Save the date for October 14th. We will be back having International Day at the high school.
Any other comments from our committee? Okay, I know we have a proclamation and a matter with the MS Bike-a-thon, but before we get to those, I will open it up to the public. If there's anybody from the public that has any comments or issues regarding anything else, please come forward.
Seeing no one, move to close public portion.
Second.
All those in favor? Aye. Opposed? The public portion is closed. We'll begin with RMS Bike-a-thon. Nice to see you every year.
Yes.
Thank you for coming.
Thank you for having me. And Mr. Mayor and members of the Township Committee, thanks again for letting me come here. As the Mayor said, I am pretty familiar to you, but just for the record, Jeff Craighead, I'm here representing the Greater Delaware Valley chapter of the MS Society, as well as Bike MS City to Shore. So I'm always glad when you let this Philly boy come across the river to speak with you.
Once a year, that's all.
Once a year. I was going to say, or else maybe I should say cross the water and talk to you guys, but that's Philly speak. But we do have a lot in common. For instance, we all are fans of the Phillies and the Eagles and the Sixers and the Flyers, and I know you have a special place in your heart for the Flyers here in Voorhees. And there is something special about watching a team sport where the players show skill and coordination, whether it's on the diamond or the field or the court or the ice. Well, I'm here to tell you tonight that Bike MS is a team sport. In the battle against multiple sclerosis, we're all in it together. And last year, I reported that for the first time in an unprecedented move, the society added a sentence to their mission statement that said, "We will cure MS." that was, as I said, unprecedented. It was overwhelming. It was emotional, especially for people like my wife who battle MS daily, along with 28 million people around the world and over 1 million people in the United States. And there's over 19,000 right here in the Delaware Valley. They could only add that statement because of the dollars that are raised by rides like ours, research dollars, and also dollars that go to make people who have MS be able to live their best lives. Bike MS is the largest single-purpose cycling series in the world. There's events in all 50 states. City to Shore is the second largest of all of those rides. Texas, we're coming after you. But also, USA Today ranked us in the top 10 cycling event of any kind in the country. So we can only get those kind of accolades, and the success that we've had so far is because of the partnerships with townships like you. You're all part of the team. I think I might have mentioned in the past, we ride through 14 communities, and every one's a critical link in the chain. There's only so many ways to get 4,500 cyclists safely from Cherry Hill to Ocean City. That was driven home more so this year than any other year when some construction down near Ocean City caused a domino effect affecting a major part of the route. That's actually why I'm here in August and not June like we usually come. We delayed talking to all our townships until we had the route resolved. Fortunately, I'm here to report it doesn't impact Voorhees. It was mostly in the southern part of our route, but it, like I said, it did domino. It changed the way we're getting into Ocean City. It's adding 5 more miles to the ride, something I really have to look forward to. But anyway, so I do want to thank you again for all your past support, and I do want to just remind you, you're probably all veterans of this, but this year the ride will be September 30th and October 1st. And we do realize that we do impact your community. We're probably a little bit of a nuisance when we come through. But the good news for you folks is it's pretty brief on Saturday. We'll be on Crescent Road, crossing Evesham Road, on Centennial Boulevard. I think it's only about 2 miles in your township. Again, critical miles. But on Saturday, it's about 6 to 9:30. So we'll be pretty much gone by 9:30. Sunday, it kind of is a trickle all day from 9:30 to about 4, but the good news is probably less than half of the riders do the second day, so it's spread out. There's probably not too many big, at least it's been my experience riding back on Sunday, not too many big packs of riders coming through at any one time on Sunday. So again, we thank you for putting up with us, for that inconvenience for those 2 days. As always, we thank the police. I'm thankful as a rider for the police that work the intersections and not only keep your citizens safe, keep us safe. Usually they have a nice word for us and encouragement as we go through the intersections. And as always, the society will work with your police to arrange all of that for the day. So again, thank you to the township, to the citizens, to the committee, to the mayor, to the police. And I do want to end with a plaque that I always bring every year to thank you for last year. So here is the plaque. I'll just hand it to you. I wasn't trying to take pictures.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. I appreciate it.
And feel free to volunteer at any one of our rest stops, or you can go to bikems.org and sign up, or you could ride if you'd like to, or even take a day trip down to Ocean City and see the finish line. Thank you.
Thank you. We look forward to this every year. It's such a great cause, it really is. And I kid, but I do look forward to seeing you every year, getting this plaque. And I hope that we can do this with you and your wife for many, many years to come.
And I appreciate that.
My husband, this is his 31st ride.
Wow.
All right.
Yeah, very nice. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
I was going to brag on your husband and how committed he is to you and to the cause. So that's really good to see. So thank you for sharing your story with us. I think it's
He took a situation that was lemons and he made it lemonade by embracing this mission.
Yes, and not many people come before us that are so excited to go on like 100 miles a day. And just for the record, we get more complaint about the deer on the road than your bike. So don't worry about
All
it.
right, well, thank you very much.
Thank you.
you.
Thank you. Finally, this evening, it's our honor and pleasure to present a proclamation involving a veteran. I do see Rick and Jeanette Schellberg here. Good evening. Thank you for being here. Rick and Jeanette have been really the people behind the Wall of Honor that we're so very proud of here in Voorhees Township. They've put in countless hours in reaching out to the veterans and putting up the plaques. In fact, just the other day, somebody complimented me on how specific the plaques are up there. And I was asked if you have a laser pointer. Is that right? Is that a real thing? Or a laser? All your eyes. Okay. But it is something that we are very proud of. I know some townships have now done it on their own, which is great. And I know you guys have helped out with them. So this evening, we're adding another hero to that wall, and we have a proclamation. And I know that Dee was trying to arrange for Staff Sergeant, is it Siako? Am I pronouncing that right? Okay. To be present? Right there. We do. Oh, okay. All right. Staff Sergeant, can you hear me? No? Okay. Well, on behalf of the Township Committee and the entire Voorhees community, I have a proclamation that I'd like to read. Whereas honorable service performed in defense of our nation is the highest form of citizenship. Having moved to Voorhees Township with his family in 1977, John Siako attended and graduated from Bishop Eustace Prep, Go Crusaders, while excelling in cross-country, wrestling, and gaining the rank of Life Scout with the Boy Scouts. After graduation, John decided to attend Stockton State College, chose to study environmental sciences. However, after the first Persian Gulf War began, he informed his family he was joining the U.S. Marines. John was a figure of inspiration to his fellow recruits during boot camp and received praise from fellow graduates, crediting him with encouraging them to thrive during training. Staff Sergeant Siako went on to serve for 26 years, including a tour in Iraq and 2 in Afghanistan, and was stationed with his wife, Jen, and their 4 children in Virginia Beach, Camp Lejeune, Okinawa, and Beaufort. Whereas 3 of Staff Sergeant Siako's children have decided to serve their country by joining the United States Marine Corps, now therefore the Mayor and Township Committee of the Township of Voorhees, as well as all its citizens, hereby extend our gratitude and appreciation to Staff Sergeant John M. Siako of the United States Marine Corps for his dedicated service to his country and his hometown. So thank you very much, Staff Sergeant. We appreciate it. Proclamation is, do you have it? Okay. If it's okay with you, I'd like to present it to you and get a picture with the entire committee. Everybody could come down for a moment. Chief, do you have him in? Steve has it. Steve has it. Okay, so why don't you hold it up and turn around and say hi to Tom? Hi, John. Thank you so much.
John gave a thumbs up.
Thank you, John. I'm told this will be available on YouTube tomorrow, so John, if you want to check us out then, but thank you so much for your service. Thank you for your service. We're proud to add you to that wall of honor. Thank you so much. Hey, pal. Congratulations. Thank you.
There he was.
Thank you very Do we make a motion for adjourn? No, I never did.
Motion to adjourn.
One of the secret things I've never done. I just close it.
Don't you want to let the boys bang the gavel?